Attention please. This upload is only for educational purpose. No intention to infringe copyrights. Learning English with subtitles. GPITRAL. GPITRAL. Definitely a must-see. Follow us.
Inspector Kevin Plowright is off to check on an abandoned dog in central Auckland.
Yeah, I've just had a call about a dog supposedly abandoned in an old burnt-out house. Yeah, certainly well burnt down, so I'll just go and take a look and see what we find. Hello, boy. What you doing, eh? The dog's in good body condition. He's tied with a lead to the gate. He's on an old pillow. There's a bowl of water down next to the dog. So what I'm presuming is it's some kind of a guard dog setup to keep people away from, I'm not quite sure what. I don't have any super stresses, but I'd like to make contact with the owner just on the setup of the dog.
Although there is no immediate danger to the dog, Kevin decides to check around the property for any signs that someone might be living there.
This is obviously the normal dog kennel. Dog kennel with a new chain. Possibly there's somebody staying here. Hello?
While there is nobody on the property responsible for the dog, Kevin would like to locate its owner.
I'm presuming the owner's perhaps a little bit eccentric, and so that may be a little bit difficult, but I'd like to make contact, talk about the setup of the dog. It's looking like we've got a fully fence. It's got big pool fencing right around the house. So why the dog's tied in there, I'm not really quite sure.
A man living close by is able to give Kevin some information.
She's living in a room out the back or something, is she?
Oh, geez, no, I don't think so. I don't know what she did.
In the process of the conversation with the neighbour, Kevin is able to ascertain that the dog belongs to a woman and that she frequently spends time at the burnt-out house.
If I left a note, is she likely to call back, or is she on the phone here, or is there...
I'm not sure now what's in there.
My only concern is to do with them tied on the short leash, so I'm sure we can improve that. And just ask.
With no other means of contacting the owner, Kevin leaves a note with the neighbour asking her to call the SPCA. Back at base, the SPCA is still waiting for the results of the blood test for the 3 emaciated dogs. During the week they've spent here, they've got used to eating 3 meals a day. Today it's time for weigh-in, and Bunker goes first.
She was 14.5 last time we weighed her, and she's put on 1.5 kilos by those words. She's 16 kilos now. She's coming out of her shell nicely. We tried her in with some other dogs this morning. I think she actually coped better with it than the other dogs did. She's doing really well. She still seems to have a few issues with males, but we're working on that.
The dogs used as burglar alarms get weighed next.
This one is Girl, and this one is Goldie. They came in with their names. Temperament-wise, they're actually doing quite well. She's a little bit of a tart. When you actually go to leave the cage, she sort of acts like she wants you to stay. She tries to sort of give you a nip on the ankles and things like that. She's a lovely dog though, they both are. And they're putting on weight nicely.
She was 10.3 kilos when she came in, so it's almost 4 kilos.
She was 9.1, so it's about the same, 3 to 4 kilos.
The fact that the 2 dogs are steadily gaining weight is good news, but their future is still uncertain. The cat that spent 24 hours stuck in a chimney cavity has been held at the SPCA in the hope her owner might reclaim her. And today, vet nurse Susan Paddy can report a happy outcome.
Luckily for her, and the neighbours have gone around and put some flyers through, and the owners have actually rung up. It turned out it belongs to someone who's overseas, and the flatmate's been taking care of her. They're coming back the next couple of days, so we're just going to hold her here until they can manage to come in and pick her up.
She strokes the cat.
Broadlands Bridge at Omaha is a popular fishing spot, which in turn attracts a lot of seabirds. This gull has become tangled in fishing line on an overhead power line. So in answer to a call from a concerned local, Inspector Todd Neal has turned up.
Been there for quite a while now, apparently since about 9:30 this morning. The lady that called us saw it first, and then she waited a couple of hours to see if it was going to get down by itself, but She came back again and it was pretty well stuck there, so it's not looking too flashy. He's still with us, but he's not very happy about being up there.
The bird is very distressed and is obviously injured, so given the time it's been there, Todd is not confident of the outcome.
There's a slight chance we might be able to save the wing, but it depends on how long he's been pulling on it and whether it's been pulled out of the socket or anything like that. So once we get him down, we'll be able to assess a bit better as to how much damage he's done.
There's nothing Todd can do without electrocuting himself, so he's called the local line company for help.
Whoever's cast up there isn't terribly proficient at their casting because it's basically an up and down cast. I'd say it's someone with not too much experience with their casting.
But for now, all Todd and the injured bird can do is wait. Unable to get to the bird himself, Todd has called in some linesmen with a cherry picker.
Bit of a tricky situation. We've got to get the cherry picker out to the line. It's also blowing a gale, so it's a bit of danger involved with the guys that are going up in the cherry picker. So hopefully we'll get them down all right.
It's certainly not the kind of job the linesmen are used to.
Well, as long as I've been doing this, I haven't come across a situation like this with the bird tangled up in the fishing line.
Lance goes up in the cherry picker while Todd directs traffic. With the high winds, it's a tricky job, but Lance manages to reach the distressed bird and begin the process of cutting through the tangle of fishing line.
He holds the bird and cuts it free from the power line, using a knife to hack at the tangle of fishing line.
Mission accomplished. Lance is on his way back to terra firma with the seagull, which will be taken by Todd to the nearest vet. But the bird is obviously badly injured, and it's touch and go as to whether it will make it.
He's been stressing out and been in major shock by now.
The fact that it's likely the bird's wing and leg are broken and it's in deep shock doesn't bode well for its future, but Todd will take it to a nearby vet, where either the bird will be treated or put down. Back in central Auckland, Kevin has had no contact from the owner of the dog tied up at the burnt-out house, so he has returned in the hope that this time someone might be at the property.
Hello, boy. Hello. See a lady in there, so I'll just go up and say hello. Hello. What you doing, boy? Hey. Hi, I'm Kevin, SPCA. I left a note the other week. I've really just popped in. I didn't hear from you, so I popped in to...
Very hard to hear from me because I'm very busy.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
And I just about haven't got a house.
Right. Is he not contained in that fenced area? Can he get out from there? Is that why you tied him?
Just broken glass and quite a bit of very dangerous. I've been a huge fire in there.
Right.
So all the stuff was emptied onto the front lawn, and there's dangerous things all over the front lawn.
Okay, well I was going to suggest him running free, but obviously, and you're saying that, I didn't have any major concerns at all.
Yeah.
I could see your dog's happy and healthy. I could see his kennel down there and that sort of set up. So I just really wanted to touch base and make sure everything's okay.
I mainly walk him between midnight and 6 in the morning.
No, you mentioned
everyone in the street, everyone around, all the security guys and everyone.
Yeah, no, that's
see
fine.
Me walking him.
And that's why I say I had no concerns other than my coming back today, just to touch base. And
the place looks horrendous.
That's all right.
But I didn't do that. It was arson. It was done to me. Could you? And the funny thing is, you've really looked after him beautifully. But through this whole process, no one has ever come round to ask me if I've got shelter, to ask me if I've got water, which I haven't got in there. And
is that right?
No, nothing there.
Surprising.
And that's not got all the water bottle. Water. And no one's ever checked up on me.
Oh, how long has the house been burnt like that for?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Oh, so you've just been making do for 2 years?
Yeah. I make sure him and I have got water.
No, that's right. Like I say, I know I can see he's in healthy condition and
I am too.
you make that's good.
I thrive in this situation.
Oh, you're doing well.
Yeah.
Since I was here last, she's lengthened the leash that the dog was on, which is good. She's in the process of cleaning up, although that may take some time. But my side, with the welfare of the dog, she's exercising it regular. It's in excellent body condition. I don't have any welfare concerns, and I'll probably pop in from time to time and just keep an eye on things.
He reverses the van out of the drive.
In Warkworth, Todd has arrived at the vets with the injured seagull, but the Mercy Dash is unlikely to save it.
I've just brought him down to the Warkworth vets, which is the closest vet to where we've found him in Omaha. Unfortunately, it looks like he is going to have to be put to sleep. The wing and his leg are sort of pretty shattered, so, and there's bone exposed and things like that, so not looking so good. So the best thing we can do for him is just to basically get him put out of his misery as soon as possible. So we'll take him in there now.
It's enough that the gull has been cut down from the wires and that it can be relieved of its pain in caring surroundings. The two dogs found confined in a small space and used as burglar alarms have been staying at the SPCA for 5 weeks now.
As you can see, they've put on quite a significant amount of weight in a short amount of time. We've sent off blood tests and fecal samples to establish whether there's a medical reason why they're in such thin condition. They've come back that there was no medical reason to why they were of such weight. So now we're looking at compiling a prosecution file to bring before the courts. The dogs will have to remain in our care until it goes through to court, so that may be some time. So we'll have the company of these guys for a little while yet.
As well as their physical condition, the dogs are improving in other aspects.
Their mental health will be improving actually greatly because of input happening. There's things going on. There's people walking past, there's different people caring for them, different animals. So there's a lot going on in their world as opposed to before when you live your life in a very nothing happening kind of world. Not even dinner was happening.
It's evident that ill treatment was the cause of their emaciated state, so the owner was prosecuted and fined $1,000. Meanwhile, Bunker, the emaciated stray, has been sent out to foster with obedience trainer Lorinda Loris, who has renamed her Chance.
I just thought she suited a name that would suit her personality. She's a dog with a big chance, you know. And I also thought of the people that have given her a chance, like Taryn Gibbs has given her the chance to actually be able to have the confidence to interact with people. I don't believe she had that ability before. And as you can see now, it doesn't seem to be too much of a problem for her.
While being fostered here, Chance also gets the experience of some expert dog training.
She needs a bit of what I call homestay, homeschooling, so that she knows the basic commands, she can live in a house, and she's responded extremely well.
And Chance gets to learn something she's never done before, play.
Dogs that have been brought up from puppies with play know all about how to do that. She knows a little bit of how to play with other dogs, but she doesn't know how to play with people. So I'm just showing her how to go.
The hope is that with her improving health and Lorinda's training, Chance will be able to be adopted out to a new home.
Good job! Chance! Good girl!
The end.